my Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need? Read for this new moon in Capricorn to full moon in Cancer, December into January 2023. I am your reader. Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra, 3rd house, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. I'm a professional witch. I am a professional intuitive. I am the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box, and I am thrilled that you could preview it for free if you so choose. But I'm also really thrilled that I'm a creator on Patreon. I mean, come on, 3rd house, Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra. Yeah, I'm a creative type, big time, a mystical artist, spiritual teacher, reader, blah, blah, blah. So I love that I have my Patreon, a members only subscription platform that allows me to create different levels of subscription, give them all different benefits. Love it so much. We've got 8 different levels right now. All of my subscribers get me every morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link so they can chat with me talking about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way. And I know what it rhymes, but it is my favorite way to start the day. It truly is. I wouldn't lie. I don't lie. So digging it there. All of my subscribers also get the extended readings. Part 1 on YouTube. You can Part 2 on Vimeo on demand. Love Vimeo on demand, but all of them across the board get the Part 2s, past, present, and future, and there's quite a number of them on there. Yeah, first level seeker, $3 USD once a month, gets you the daily streams and the extendeds. The gods, goddesses at the very top tier, the 8th tier if you want to call it, get everything, video classes and stuff that you'd have to pay-per-view for elsewhere. So go check it out. Come Patreon on Patreon if you want the deeper dive, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but Libras just call me Mal. Gotta say it every time, people. This is how we make livings in the world now, apparently. So let's get down to work, shall we? If you are new to the channel, welcome. We are doing a 5-card draw, which is 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waxing moon from new to full, December into January. These 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, in that order, to help you plant a seed, refine, clarify your element of fire. Your first card down, what you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart's desire. And our heart's desires are written into our soul contracts. That's why they're so hard to deal with sometimes. It takes an entire lifetime to manifest certain heart's desires, because it's what calls the soul forward to its awakening and really benefiting everyone. So, cross watchers, if you apply this information to yourself, you will plant a seed and something will grow, and you will be helping the one you are cross-watching for do the same. And any of us doing this, even little by little bit, we're all helping all of us anchor what we came here to do, so that, you know, we make the world a better place if we can. Oh, good God. Let's look at the astrological timeline. New moon in Capricorn on Friday, December 23rd. Just that right there. A new moon in Capricorn on a Friday is talking about highest potential of love and Venus. The Friday is Vendredi, mon ami, the day of Venus, right? 5:17 a.m. Eastern time, so we'll be waking up in that, or at least I will be. I'm in New York. But Chiron, the wounded healer, the asteroid, goes direct that day in the sign of Aries. So that's interesting, considering it's the holidays. Aries is the personality, the ego, the self, the child of the zodiac first sign. So that could be interesting. And then, of course, a couple of days later, December 29th, Mercury goes retrograde in Capricorn. That's why this new moon could be a powerful thing. That's why I'm doing these readings in general. It will go direct in January on the 18th, but before that, of course, we will hit the full moon in Cancer, a Friday to a Friday, 2-week period, January 6th, 6:08 p.m. So, you know, what you cast for long term in new moon in Capricorn and manifest in 4th house, the home, right? Comfortable in your skin, that beautiful, you're going from cardinal earth to cardinal water. That could be really, really powerful, considering you are Libra cardinal air. So, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs. Standard YouTube reading rules apply. To get more hints about maybe one aspect of your life that you have a heart's desire about, or maybe you got 4 different seeds, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Otherwise, both feet on the floor if you can. Stay grounded. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do the best that I can to help you fulfill your heart's desires and maybe even my own. Let's see what hits the table, because the shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Connected. Here we go. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish to represent the element of fire. I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. What is the magical spell card fragment, clue, tip, hint to help us refine our element of fire, what we yearn for, what we burn for, what our hearts desire? The seed will sow this Capricorn new to Cancer full. January 2022, passion. Bartles and James, passion. Sorry, Generation X. I graduated high school just when wine coolers became the thing. Passion, it's delicious. Rise, passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. Reach the sky, excuse me, while I kiss this guy. And that's I don't know if you can see, but that's a rather lovey-dovey, snuggly, kind of kissy, touchy look there. Yeah, no, they're making out. Passion, looks like you got yourself one of them there reads, although passion can play itself out in many different ways. So if your heart's desire is to experience passion, that's one way of taking this. The other is that maybe your heart's desire requires passion. We'll see. Interesting card to start off with. So let's ground that fire with some earth. The Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the stone indicated and you want to use it as an amulet or a talisman or something, little magical carrier, amulet away, talisman toward. I would think with passion, you probably want to talisman that. A little passion magnet or something, but also as like a gratitude stone, a reminder. And if you don't have the stone indicated, because some of them are expensive, some of them are rare, clear quartz does everything, but use a piece of jewelry. Goodness gracious, you're a Libra, I'm sure you have something. Please take a nice deep breath. I think I have more than enough to spare for me. Still point. Okay, here we go. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North powers of Earth, hence the Crystal Oracle, great Archangel of Lyons, Archangel of Nature, Animal, Vegetable, and Mineral, please, one card in clarity for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, the element of Earth, to fuel that fire, to ground and manifest their heart's desire of or for passion. This new to full. Ooh, rhodochrosite. I have that. I have rhodochrosite. R-H-O-D-O-C-H-R-O-S-I-T-E. Rhodochrosite. I win the spelling bee. It is, sometimes people think they got rhodochrosite, but they got rhodonite, which has darker colors in it. Come here, where are you? R-H-O-D-O. Rhodochrosite is pretty much pink and white. So the key words: relationship, compassion, blessings, love, joy. Oh, I think we have a match here. I mean, they're not exactly the same color pink, but they're pretty much in the same part of the color wheel, right? So you may be feeling emotionally unbalanced at present. Well, it's a little direct, Mr. Salerno. Considering we're talking about Libra, how dare you bring up unbalanced? You may be feeling emotionally unbalanced at present because you have allowed yourself to, at least partially, believe another's critical judgments of you. Now let's just pull back for a second. Libra, the Judgment card, justice, right? Like in the tarot. This malicious criticism was directed at you by someone who falsely believes that they will gain something by belittling you. See, this is what I mean by passion. I'm a quarter Sicilian. Oh yeah, the rest of all them calm lineages like German and Irish and Scottish, not so much, right? British, the Saxons, arg. I'm sure I got some Norse in me too. And then there's the Canadian French, which is just delightful. Passion takes on a bit of a warrior vibe there, particularly if someone's talking shit about me or mine, just saying. To regain your mental strength. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Can you dig it? See that? Back it up. Rhodochrosite. It is through our relationships with others that we learn more about our own character. That was for somebody, by the way, and that's pyrite. If you want to grab a piece of pyrite, my apologies. Mercury's not even retrograde yet. I can't even imagine. From a higher perspective, everyone we encounter is a reflection of ourselves. This is the mirror one. And the universe has placed around us the things that will help us expand our love and tolerance. That's true. The soul is unconditionally loving. The ego don't trust nobody. The personality's got to choose. But do you understand there's more to mirroring than just you spot it, you got it. There's a brilliant video. You can find it on YouTube. The 7 Essene mirrors, Essene. It's from the, oh God, it's not the Book of the Dead. It's the Dead Sea Scrolls. Oh my God, his name just went out of my head. The 7 Essene mirrors, NASA scientist turned mystic. Gregg Braden's mullet. If I ever start a band, I'm going to call it Gregg Braden's mullet. He's amazing, right? Watch it, because it talks about the 7 different types of reflection, not just you spot it, you got it. When we see what we consider to be positive traits in others, we align with these characteristics because we believe them to be good. Sure. Yet, when we see what we consider to be negative aspects in others' characters, we refuse to see those same traits in ourselves because we judge them as bad. Well, let's stick a pin in that. There is the mirror of judgment, right? So if you're really generous and you're really judgmental of people who are stingy and miserly, obviously it's not the mirror of now, but it is showing you what you judge, and that's just the second mirror, right? Yet the truth that we each have each trait within us, either currently or in the past, otherwise we would not be able to recognize these traits in another. So we're definitely looking at relationships, compassion for others, because we've all been in pain. The form may be different, but the content is the same, right? That passion really depends. Is this coming from lead or gold, fear or love, illusion or truth, right? Yet the truth is that we each have each trait within us, either currently, so that we can recognize those in another. You're being urged to examine the traits you don't like in others, and rather than merely judge them as bad or avoiding them, look at what they reflect within you. Could be a parental thing, right? But something, again, with passion, that can go either way, like passion or passion. Developing a compassionate attitude will help you realize, oh, passion and compassion. That's fun. Developing a compassionate attitude will help you realize that often the judgments we make of others, we make about ourselves. All relationships are a mixture of positive and negative. They help us broaden our understanding of life and love and help us to see more of who we are. The affirmation, not everyone has one, but this one does. I love and accept myself as I am. Louise Hay 101. I love and accept the world as it is. That's going to kick up some stuff for sure. Deep in my heart, I know that beyond the perceptions of good and bad, only love exists. And that is true. That is pure non-dualism. Only love is. Everything else is an illusion, and illusions aren't real. But rise, passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. That word inflame is neutral. But, you know, make sure that you are looking at mirrors more than just, you know, if I spot it, I got it. That's a little too simplistic for such a complex dynamic as relationships and finding compassion and passion for others. interesting seed there. Looks like we're going to plant. Let's look at the element of air. Obviously, Libra, an air sign. Healing with the Angel's Oracle. Take the word that hits the table here and think about it, contemplate it, and seriously look up the original meaning of words. Sometimes that's the difference between a general and a specific read. Also, these are healing angels. They only come when invited. That's their contract. So they know exactly what to do, but if we don't call them, they don't come in. They won't violate our free will. So let's see what the element of air is, because air does not need fire, but fire does need air. Breathe. Decent segue, huh? Still point. As I call upon the angels and archangels of air, the sign of Libra, powers of the east, the beloved legions of Archangel Raphael, the Raphaelites, please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Who are the angels waiting in the wings with their wings, ready to swoop in at the slightest invitation? To the element of air, to stoke the fire of passion, the heart's desire, with that rhodochrosite relationships mirroring compassion. This new to full, the healing angels of support. Now this is at this point a classic image. I've seen this artwork before this deck came out. The idea of angels and masters and gods and goddesses standing around the planet, right, unified, doesn't matter which pantheon or level of consciousness, they're all in support of, well, in this case, planet Earth and all of life on it. What would the healing angels of support do? Right? Don't do a one-word answer. Answer that question as many ways as you can in contemplation, and that will tune you to their vibe. Well, what would they do? What would their, like, I know what a plumber does, right? I know what a writer does. What would a healing angel or a legion of healing angels of support do? Certainly they would give you the support through healing. They would support your healing. Maybe they would teach you healing ways of support for yourself and others, or maybe for that passion which needs support. Passion unsupported gets wiggly and often destructive or creates chaos. So to really take this passion, if this is a romantic thing, sure, the healing angels are there to support, but it also means that there's healing that needs to be done here. Interesting play on words there, support and healing, because they really can be very synonymous. But healing of who? Support of what? Let's look at the element of water, the emotion, and it's the whispers of love, which, you know, there are some romance, kind of touchy, feely that way cards here in this deck. So the element of water, emotion, the energy in motion, the sacred truth of the heart chakra, the emotional power center is love is divine power, according to Carolyn Mace, Anatomy of the Spirit, the heart chakra chapter. So this is the juice, right? When you say, oh, it's so nice to see you. You know, it's not there. Oh my God, it's so nice to see you, right? You can tell that you feel the difference. So let's see. The element of water to juice this puppy up. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yeah, I call upon the higher selves of all involved, obviously not just for the Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, but cross-watchers and anyone else involved here, higher selves, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the element of water? The energy and motion we experience as emotion as immortal souls in human bodies, because you ain't got glands outside of the body, apparently. So please, what is that information? The element of water to juice up this spell, this intention work for our element of fire, our heart's desire of passion, relationships, judgments, looking at that, mirroring, finding compassion with the healing angels of support, this new to full. Demonstrate love. That's what makes it action-oriented. Yang. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it and do it with the healing angels of support. Because there is love, there is relationship here, obviously, but it's something that if you don't know what to do, how do I support, how do I be supportive in this situation? seems to be leaning a little bit away vibrationally from the romantic thing, because you can have a passion to love and support family members, friends. I do. I sure do. Well, even my career, right? I love what I do as a mystical artist, Patreon, YouTube, you know, all that stuff. I used to be a minister. I used to be very face-to-face. Now, not so much, right? Now it's face to lens, to camera, to internet. So to demonstrate love, to take that cardinal air of Libra, feel the passion, right? Do the reflecting, the contemplating, the mental aspect of just like call upon the healing angels of support to support me in my healing and heal me and help me heal through supporting others as I demonstrate love. This is not an unbroken line of information, but it's very general in terms of to whom the support and the demonstrating of love is toward. Yeah, but let's say one more card left. The card of Spirit, the Macon healing mantra deck to charge it up. So if you've got a piece of rhodochrosite, you know, you cast the spell, new moon, call in the healing angels of support. By the way, clear quartz is fine, but rose quartz I think would work just as fine if you don't have rhodochrosite laying around. With the intention, emotional intention to find out what is important. Well, how do you find out what is important to people? Right, and act on it. Sometimes it's intuitive, sometimes it's inspired, but if you got a passion to do it, make sure it's what's important to them. Just saying. And this would be the mantra to charge it with a little bit or a lot of it every day. I would say air signs have better luck with mantras, but cardinal air, Libra can actually create with it. Please take a nice deep breath. Got it. Still point. Here we go. I call upon the ascended masters of relationships, and yeah, if this is romantic, great, and if it's not, hey, it's a general read. So please, beloved ascended masters of relationships in general, one card in clarity, the card of Spirit, to energize and bring this, to unify all of this together for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, so we can manifest our heart's desire of passion with and in, grounding them in our relationships with compassion, calling in the healing angels of support, maybe to help support us as we support others, really finding out what is important to the people we love and demonstrating it, and considering read is like over the holiday period. That really could be in any way, shape, or form. So what's the perfect healing mantra to help the Libra collective and the cross watchers manifest our heart's desires this new in Capricorn to full in Cancer, December, January 2023, releasing expectations. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. Didn't even have to look at it. Why? Because that's my clairvoyant mantra, right? Clear seeing. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. And that means whether you're worried, right? It's a worry means to wear away. Right? It's like a worry stone. It's not the best thing to do, but to be kind and supportive of yourself or someone while they are, you say, stop worrying. That doesn't help, right? To be supportive and say, look, no matter what happens, only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not, but they may be the highest possibilities I need, not necessarily the highest possibilities that I want and have envisioned. That's why I like vision board stuff and visualization. It is a tool, it is a process. And yes, we do create our own reality, and certainly putting some passion into that is a good idea. And sure, visualize and moisturize, right? Do your best, but expectations are the seeds of heartbreak. I think the original quote of that is from Shakespeare. I can't remember right now, but it is a truth, right? What you expect to happen. And people say expect miracles, and that's lovely. But miracles are happening all the time. If we're not flying at the altitude, we can't really see it, right? You got to get above the clouds, see the larger GPS POV. So I love this mantra. I do it all the time. Only the highest possibilities. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. Let's see what Matt Kahn has to say about this, because it's his book and it's only a paragraph or so. And honestly, this I think gives clearer vision in terms of clairvoyance than a lot of the other mantras I've worked with. Releasing expectation. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not, darling. That sounds like an argument. When you release expectations, it's no longer your job to be in control of reality. Well, whose is it then? Virgo. No, none of us are in control of reality. You are a soul birthed from the fabric of destiny, where only the perfection of universal will takes shape and form. And the ego doesn't believe that, never will. The soul knows that to be the truth. And again, the personality, which one you're going to listen to. Once expectations are released, a life beyond your wildest imagination is given permission to enter your reality, because you're letting go of shields of lead, shields of fear, shields of anticipation. Well, that can't happen and that can't happen, but maybe that could happen. Well, releasing expectations, it knocks those walls down. So you're giving the universe permission to bring you a whole new deal to enter your reality. This mantra is ideal for having more faith, learning how to trust, and alleviating disappointment. Releasing expectations. So, particularly if you're going to demonstrate your love and you don't know how they're going to take it, but you're doing your best, right? You're calling for support and to be supportive. And look, I pray a lot every day for friends, for families, for total strangers, everyone on planet Earth. And yes, is that a way of demonstrating love? Sure. That's not the vibe I get for this, not with passion. Right? That this feels like more of a physical, tangible, or maybe communicative act, which is still an action. So, we're going to put this together in a blessimation, a blessing, a plessimation. And then if you want to chat at the very end, I will release the Libra Collective and Cross Watchers, usually by letting what's left of the goofy out into the world and blessing the world with it. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, may we all be blessed that all that we need this new moon in Capricorn to full moon in Cancer, both on Fridays, the days of love, that we may release expectation, because only the highest possibilities come to be, whether we envision them or not, particularly around demonstrating love. Finding out what's important to people and acting on it can be a risky deal, but if it's like a present or something like that, that's a totally different gig. And so calling upon the healing angels of support to back us up, to support us in our healing and heal us in our support and in our relationships, right? That we can find compassion, that we can look at the different mirrors and say, this isn't I spotted, I got it. This feels off. And okay, I have felt off, so maybe it's not the form, it's the content. Regardless, may all of this ground in a way that allows us to be aligned, to ignite and set forth into this world the passion, our element of fire, certainly speaking of our heart's desire. Rise, passion, rise up high, inflame our purpose, reach the sky. For the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So would it be. And so it is. This is a good read. Again, could be romantic. Don't know. Comment if you like, right? This could be any sorts, and it could be a solo thing too. It might not really involve other people as much as we think. So if it made sense, if it clicked for you, please hit the thumbs up. Just helps other people find the video. That's all it does at this point, and I'm okay with that. But if you want more of me, you're gonna have to subscribe, because I speak to my gods. I'm like, am I gonna be doing this forever? I'm like, we'll let you know, but keep going. All right. Why? Because I'm on Patreon. That is my pride and joy right now. Patreon. I love it so much. Seriously, do yourself a favor, a little hint, a little clue, a little tip. Just go click the link and see what I'm offering there, because you might find yourself drawn to something, because I'm certainly pouring my passion into it. And if you want to book me for a private reading, patreon.com/join the circle. Sometimes I forget which order I put those things on. But if you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mel YouTube video explains everything you need to know about booking a reading with Mel, but we're perhaps afraid to ask, and it would be my pleasure to serve, to read, to help heal, particularly people with passion, because the world needs that passion in the best way possible. So thank you so much for watching. I love you. Hang in there. Have at it and heal. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.